Marzocchi fans rejoice. The Big Red M has finally released a shock worthy of the Bomber name. Hey guys, are you subscribed? Go ahead and hit that button. Marzocchi has spent the last several years making a name for themselves, offering value, durable, and performance-oriented suspension on a budget that focuses on ease of use for the consumer. Now, after several years, the Bomber Air is here, and it is a rear shock that is seeking to offer value, performance, and ease of use for all riders. Now, many of you may know that Marzocchi is under the Fox suspension umbrella. There are, however, some differences in their suspension component lines. So, for example, this Bomber Z1 fork may share some similarities with a Fox fork, and there may be some similarities like hardware, bushings, that sort of thing on this Bomber Air shock. However, when we talked with Marzocchi about this new shock, there were definitely some things that they really wanted to touch on as being different and unique. Inspiration for this shock came from the Bomber CR. Essentially, it is an internal air sleeve shock, and again, durability, reliability, and long lifespan were goals that Marzocchi wanted to keep in this shock. It just goes along with their ethos. They want to have affordable, well-performing parts that are easy to use for a wide range of riders and will last the test of time. When you first look at this shock, you may notice the size, the burliness, that large reservoir, the fact that that reservoir is slightly offset at an angle. Now this shock claims to have a big bike attitude even on little bikes. And what Marzocchi means by that is that this shock is available in sizes from 40 up to 75 millimeter stroke length. So whether you've got a dual suspension slope style bike or a really aggressive short travel shredder, or you want to put this on a rampage ready downhill bike, this is a fully DH rated shock which comes in a wide range of sizes and will be totally comfortable whatever type of riding you want to put it through. One of the most standout features when you look at the Bomber Air is this asymmetric reservoir. Now it is positioned that way for improved lever ergonomics as well as versatility, fitting into a wide variety of frames. Not only does it allow you to easily adjust this non-index compression sweep adjuster, but it will easily allow for getting a shock pump into the shock and into the frame to air up or air down. Rebound is also very easily accessed on the other side of the shock, and that larger oil volume of the reservoir in this shock, once again, means it's ready to handle the longest descents and the gnarliest hits you can throw at it. So following a line with the Marzocchi ethos of easy, durable, reliable, this is sort of a set and forget shock if you want it to be. For example, coming out to film this video today, I didn't have a ton of options or feel the need to spend a lot of time setting this thing up. I aired it up, I checked my sag, I felt like I was in a good spot. From there, I got my rebound adjusted, went all the way closed, all the way opened, just to see the limits. And from there, I got the rebound where I think I would like it. Haven't touched it since. Now, this compression adjustment, it is non-indexed, and what I mean by that is that it does not have clicks like, say, a Fox or other shocks out on the market. Instead, there is a firm or soft arrow and label, and all you do is spin this around. The range is, I believe, about 270 degrees, so you're not spinning this thing for days trying to make minute adjustments. Marzocchi really wants these things to be easy. They don't want to have people thinking. They don't want them getting their glasses and notepads out with a calculator. The turns on this are going to be much more noticeable. So if you turn that about that much, you will feel a difference out on the trail. So there's no need to make 6 clicks before you think you might have noticed something. So the sweep on here is not very far, and what that means is every turn you make, you will notice a difference on the trail. And that's been really cool. Today, like I said, I usually spend quite a bit of time playing around with suspension, repeating rock gardens, finding roots, and trying to see like, I'm getting too much pedal feedback, this feels too soft, I'm blowing through travel. And with this setup, you really don't have to spend that much time. You think, wow, that's too soft, I need it to be firmer. And if it's too firm, you go, well, I'm gonna make that a little bit softer. And it, you know, I don't wanna say dumbing down in a bad way, but in a sense, by simplifying what you can do, it simplifies your mind and your ride experience to just accept the bike as it is and ride it and have fun. And I think that's really cool because a lot of bikes on the market these days already come with a pretty dialed suspension kinematic. The tune that comes in these shocks is very capable. And for a wide range of riders, this is gonna do a great job. It's gonna save you some money and really take away some of that mystery and guesswork of having to pull over, get out the wrenches, and spend a lot of time tuning and tweaking your suspension. All right, folks, so that is the new Marzocchi Bomber Air. This was in no way meant to be a long-term review or any sort of endorsement of this shock. This was just a tech check, a little bit of some first impressions as we just got this shock in time to put this video out before the launch. We just wanted to give you guys a quick and detailed look into some of the tech and features of this new rear shock in case you're in the market. We will continue to be riding this product over the next several months, testing the longevity and durability. We'll also be comparing it to other products we've tested. This Fezzari LaSalle Peak here had some EXT suspension on it before we installed the new Marzocchi stuff. So it'll be a really good platform for us to test the most, you know, kind of one of the most high-end boutique suspension brands with what many would consider to be kind of a bargain, budget-minded suspension. And I gotta say, so far in our initial rides, just being out here filming for this video, I'm very impressed. I think that Marzocchi has a really solid offering in this new Bomber Air shock and the Z1 fork. And at this point in time, I wouldn't really have too many qualms recommending people who don't want to wait for that review to come out. It rides well. It didn't totally change how this bike performs. It's still a lot of fun to ride, still very capable. And with a $479 price tag, it's a pretty competitive value compared to other shocks out on the market. Thank you all very much for watching. We would greatly appreciate if you found any value or entertainment in this video that you just hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything, doesn't take too much time, but it would really mean a lot to us so we can keep coming out and making these videos for you guys. Thank you very much, and we'll see you out on the trails.